Godly women attire. What's wrong with church women today? And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face, and tired her head, and looked out at a window. 2 Kings 9 verse 30 KJV. Jezebel was probably the prime example of rebellious, cantankerous masculine women. She was essentially her name personified, a woman or wife of Baal, a daughter of Eve, not a daughter of Sarah. When she knew she was in trouble, she did two things. Firstly, she put makeup on, attempting to be more attractive to her would-be assassin and give her a chance to get out of the situation she was in by seductive means. Secondly, she covered her head, which was the custom of Israelite married women, which is the symbol that shows she is a married woman. She was probably hoping she could persuade the men to go and deal with her head, her husband, instead. Well, we know how that turned out. She literally became the dog's dinner. This brings to mind a common phrase in the UK. And of Jezebel also spake Yah, saying, The dog shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. 1 Kings 21 verse 23. Looking like the dog's dinner. The phrase, looking like the dog's dinner, is an informal expression used to describe something that is messy, chaotic, or overly decorated in a way that attracts attention. It can be used to describe someone's appearance, particularly when they are overdressed or wearing clothes that are flashy and contain many colors and accessories. And I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. For women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attractive by the good things they do. 1 Timothy 2 verses 9 to 10 NLT. The definition of modest. I do not have to put up many images for how many church women dress nowadays. Just go to YouTube or find a women's church event, or simply go to church or observe the women going to church on a Sunday. The question I am asking is, why? Why is it that when the Bible is explicitly clear on what is acceptable dress code for women, that women persist on doing the opposite of what has been commanded by the apostles, who got their instructions from Yahushua? Who got his instructions from Yah? Women, your adornment must not be merely external, with interweaving and elaborate knotting of the hair, and wearing gold jewelry, or being superficially preoccupied with dressing in expensive clothes, but let it be the inner beauty of the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable quality and unfading charm of a gentle and peaceful spirit, one that is calm and self-controlled, not over-anxious, but serene and spiritually mature, which is very precious in the sight of God. For in this way in former times the holy women, who hoped in God, used to adorn themselves, being submissive to their own husbands and adapting themselves to their own husbands. 1 Peter 3 verses 3 to 5 Amplified Bible. Dressing modestly does not mean dressing dowdy, but simply having self-respect. Single women should not be dressing to attract pimps. They should be attractive to godly husbands. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come because men. 2 Timothy 3 verses 1 to 9. One of the many reasons this type of dressing persists is because men enjoy it. In fact, men love it, hence why there is so much fornication in churches today. If men took a stand to lift up a godly standard, it would soon diminish. The older women, likewise, that they be reverent in behavior, not slanderers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, Titus 2 verses 3 to 5 NKJV. Sadly, the older women in the church have not only abandoned their God-given role and responsibility, they seem to be in competition with the younger women with regards to the elaborate dressing and makeup. The images in this post are obviously not in line with attire for holy women of God. I have many observations as to why this situation persists. However, I will leave you to think about this and consider according to Scripture what is appropriate and inappropriate. Shalom, love, and blessings.